Hey everyone, and welcome. So if you're an aeronautical student, you know that final year project is looming. It can feel like this massive mountain you have to climb. But what if I told you it's actually the single most powerful tool you have to launch your entire career? Okay, let's dive into a framework that can transform this project from a source of stress into your own personal superpower. We've all been there, right? You feel the pressure, the deadlines, the expectations, and of course, you want to get those top marks. But it's time we reframe this whole thing. This project isn't just another academic hurdle to jump over. No, it's your launchpad. It is the first, and I would argue the most important, chance you get to really define who you are as an engineer. You know, the topic you choose, the problems you decide to tackle, the methods you use, all of this stuff builds what we call your technical identity. It signals your mindset for research and points directly to where you're headed in your career. This is your story, your first big professional statement to the world. So, the big question is, how do you pick the right project? Here's a hint. It's not about choosing the most complicated or difficult topic you can find. It's about being smart. Let's walk through a simple, but believe me, incredibly powerful framework for selecting a project that's actually going to work for you. Now, what's really cool here is just how simple these conditions are. A winning project has to be cost-effective, which means using software instead of expensive hardware. It's got to be doable in a semester or two, right? It should also be innovative, and I don't mean reinventing the wheel, but maybe improving an existing system. And this last one is absolutely crucial. It needs to be paper-oriented, designed from day one to produce results you can actually publish. And this is the secret sauce. Here's the magic formula. Optimization plus simulation plus validation. That's what equals a publishable paper. You take a concept that already exists, you optimize it, you run simulations to test out your improvements, and then you validate those results against what's already been published. This is the engine that drives a high-impact project. Okay, so that's the theory. But what does this look like in the real world? Let's explore some actual, concrete, low-cost project ideas that fit this model perfectly, and we'll break them down by specialization. Think of this next part as your practical toolkit for finding that perfect topic. For all you aero and UAV fans out there, check this out. You can tackle huge problems like drag reduction or airfoil performance using software you can actually get your hands on, like ANSYS and XFLR5. The goal here isn't to build a physical drone from the ground up. It's to generate powerful data, compare performance, and then validate what you found using CFD. That's computational fluid dynamics. All right, let's switch gears to propulsion. The key thing to notice here is that these are almost entirely simulation and analytical projects. I mean, you can compare electric versus internal combustion engines or optimize a nozzle shape, all inside a computer. This makes them ridiculously cost-effective, but you can still produce a really deep analysis of efficiency and performance. And for those of you into structures and materials, hey, the same principle applies. You can get into wing weight optimization or compare composite materials using powerful finite element method or FEM tools like ANSYS and Abacus. And here's the real kicker. Not only is this low cost, but you're getting hands-on experience with the exact software that recruiters are looking for. It's a total win-win. Feeling like you want to work on the absolute cutting edge? Well, these projects tap directly into the future of aerospace. We're talking solar-assisted UAVs, aircraft noise reduction, or even using AI for fault detection. These aren't just innovative for the sake of it, they address the biggest challenges in the industry right now, which makes your research incredibly relevant. Okay, so you've got a great idea. Now what? Let's break down the how. You know, turning that amazing project into a published paper isn't magic, it's a process. And here, we have a clear 6-step blueprint to get you there. Just look at how linear and, well, achievable this is. You start by identifying a really clear problem, like improving efficiency by a certain %. Then you do your homework, review about 10 to 15 existing papers on the topic. You don't start from scratch, you just modify an existing model. Then you simulate your changes, analyze what happened, and compare it to what's already out there. And finally, you clearly state your improvements. That's it. That's the flow. And if you follow this blueprint, what's the actual tangible outcome? What do you really get for all this smart work? You get a conference paper, or maybe even a publication in a reputable, peer-reviewed journal. And let me tell you, these are not just lines you add to your resume. They are massive assets. They are solid proof of your expertise, and basically a golden ticket for job interviews and applications for higher studies. So, let's bring it all home. Why is this smart approach so much more effective than just picking a super complex topic? Well, it's all about how it positions you for your future. This, right here, is the payoff. A smart project proves you have strong fundamentals. It shows you get what's relevant in the industry. It gives you real research exposure. You get maximum learning for minimum cost. And just think about this. It becomes so much easier to explain and defend in your final presentation. You can clearly say, here was the problem, here's my method, and here are my results. It sets you apart completely. Let this be your mantra. I really want you to remember this quote. Don't choose a project that is difficult. Choose a project that is smart. A simple idea with deep analysis always wins. It's all about depth, not just complexity. So, the final question, that's for you. I want you to forget about just getting this project done. Start thinking about the impact you can make. What simple, elegant, and smart problem will you choose to solve? Your career launchpad is right there, waiting for you.